Hi, it's the host of Positive Content News. I'm Malima. It's been a minute since I've done a positive news update, but thank you, Village. So if you're new here, we are a village. I'm the host on this channel. And continue to like, share, and subscribe. When you hit the notification bell, you get the latest updates on the channel. And you help the video to circulate. I specialize in talking about positive news coming out of our continent. And it has been a minute since I actually did a news update. But we're here now, and stay tuned for the latest updates. As usual, my links are in my description box, which include ways to help to invest in funding the channel. My other links and the sources are in the video because our sources are in the description box, because the new format is a little bit less details so that I can cover more stories. But like I said, the sources are there, so you can make sure you click those links so you can read more in depth about the news, the positive news that I'm happening on the continent. So I'll see you in a little bit. We're about to get into these news updates. Bye. So July in the United States is Disability Pride Month. So anybody who's disabled out there, make sure you show yourself some love and some pride. Happy Disability Pride Month. And many of us know that people who might have a disability have gifting in other areas, so make sure you share those gifts with the world. Happy Disability Pride Month. So a while back I talked about henna and its history. Usually it's depicted as being in the northern part of the continent in India. The northern part of the country has a lot of Islamic origins, and due to various migration and things, there's a huge Arab population in Berber, but we're focusing on that. So this history has kind of worked its way down through the Nile, and there's a lot of Arabic influence also in Lower Egypt, Northern Sudan. So I came across a cool video on Instagram, which a southern Sudanese person talked about the history of henna, or henna as they call it, actually coming from the Lower Nile or Upper Nile is what it's usually called in that region, and how the history stemmed from South Sudanese people and went out to the Arab world and even into the Muslim world. So I would imagine that the henna was usually done, because on darker skin, sometimes it doesn't show up on the inside of the palm, which it is done in the northern part of the continent as well. Places like India and in the Arab world, henna is usually done on the outside of the skin because of the lighter skin tone. But I just wanted to show this story, so we're going to take a look at it just to give, because we're finding out more about the origins of people that look like us, about many things done around the world really originates from people that kind of look like, have my skin tone. So stay tuned and watch.
A lot of arguments with people who be saying henna is an Arab culture. Henna is not Arab culture. Henna is from Sudan. The henna plant only grows in the Nile. Through the slave trade, the henna culture went to the Gulf, and they made it bigger when they were doing their conquest. So henna is Sudanese, jalabiya is Sudanese, fulmadamas is Sudanese. So all these things that people be thinking is Arab culture, is not. It's our culture.
Are we going to clip that?
So Namibia and Tanzania are strengthening their ties for trade, and this includes working in the private sector, working in agribusiness, fisheries, getting the youth to gain employment, etc. Just different things to help with trade and better the economy. And these are both countries that have 2 women presidents. Their names will be added below, NNN and Dr. Hassan in full. And I love that they put their ego aside to better the futures of their countries. And this is not the first time that they work together, as Tanzania aided Namibia in gaining their independence from their colonial masters at one point. But I just wanted to show, like I've discussed, about the importance of the equal distribution of power on the continent, because women in their femininity, I think they hold a very special place in helping boost the economies and just countries on the continent in general doing better, gaining full independence, and the continent just being the superpower that it's meant to be. So I just wanted to share that, and the description, the link for the article that I got this information from will be added in the description as usual. Okay, so this next story is a story that's been going viral maybe for a couple of months. It is coming out of Uganda. There is an artist named Dexter, the rapper, who has been going viral, and it's not really because of him, but it's about his dad's flexible waistline. So they're getting bookings because dad knows how to wind his waist. Uncle is living his best life, winding his waist on various stages in various locations, people's jobs and everything. live life, live. Do your thing, Uncle. So I'm going to be showing this video. You might have seen them, but listen, they both can dance, but Uncle Pape can put it down. So this is Dexter, the rapper's dad. They are from a province in western Uganda as well. I'll put the name here, and enjoy Uncle winding his waist. So just to add, they're from the Kasisi district. Ghana and Morocco brought to their parliament more like this spring about erasing visa restrictions within travel between both countries to help boost each other's economy, as you know, as usual, and that's a good thing. I just want to add also, Morocco was allowing about 90 scholarships for students to study from Ghana, but they've increased it, they doubled it to 180. So this is all nice and great. I just am hoping and asking that Black students in these countries from the Maghreb, the northern part of the continent, respect these people. There's respect for these people when they enter these countries, because there is reports of a lot of racism going on, and it is our continent. So just respect that, and I'm happy. I'm always happy to see visa restrictions dropped within the continent, and also for the people in the diaspora. So I wanted to share this story coming out of Morocco and Ghana unanimously or together. Okay, so I have another story. This is another Ugandan, you can say, by nationality, but he's actually South Sudanese, a former refugee born in Uganda. His name is Kwame Malouch, and he was the 10th draft pick of the Phoenix Suns. So he has a 4-year deal, and he's had an interesting life. So make sure you do a little bit of research, but we want to shout him out because dreams do come true. He is of South Sudanese descent, once again, but born in Uganda. So shout out to Kwame Malouch for being the 10th draft pick of the Phoenix Suns in the NBA. Okay, so Uganda is killing it right now. I have another news story coming out of Uganda. So recently, 31 metric tons of gold ore was found in Uganda. And gold ore is basically when gold is found in rock and it can be extracted for an economic value. It's worth about $12 trillion, which is a lot of money. There are some side eyes because they do have a Chinese refinery that has a 21 deal in their country. The Ugandan president is not really too happy about this and wants to work on, more domestic hands working of extracting the gold in their country. But I do want to shout out, Uganda, they making money, so it's just making sure that their own people's hands keep their hands on their resources and it's not going out to outside sources. So I just wanted to shout out Uganda with this story. Okay, so the final story of today is as of yesterday, July 17, 2025. I'm probably going to post this video in the upcoming week. The last of the French presence soldiers have left Senegal, and so they're now completely, you can say, out of the countries on the western and central part of the continent that they colonized. They don't have any secure base. They had remained on 2 bases in Senegal. They're now completely out, and they're leaving. There's questionable activity with other powers coming onto the continent, which I don't think at this point I'll discuss, but maybe at another time. And then also there's a lot of things going on in the Sahel and jihadists too. So there's a lot of stuff going on with jihadism, Islam, French colonialism going on in these countries in the Sahel. But there is some good news that the French powers is coming, but I think Senegal and other countries just need to make sure that they're not leaving an old devil for a new one in many ways. So this is the last story that I'm covering. Like I said, all the articles are going to be in the description box. I wanted to cover more stories and kind of reintroduce myself with covering content. So let's discuss in the content, in the comment section, like what's really going on with these different stories, and how we can contribute positively to enhancing the continent. But this is my love right here. So make sure you all are being very careful with news and where you're getting the information from, because some people are literally just saying anything. They don't really have good they don't have a good reference point with politics, not only in their domestic countries, but on the continent. So make sure you like, you share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all soon. You know I'll be around.